What is up, squad? Good morning. I hope you're well. Today is October 21st. It's about 5:30 a.m. here in California where I am. Wherever you're at in the world, I hope you're well and that you're having a great day, afternoon, night. And I appreciate you tuning in for today's episode of Think Tank, where we share all concepts, modalities, and ideas to enable you to think outside of the box and essentially expand your mind. And today we are going to talk about how 89eth was stolen from a project as it was going to launch. So for context there, 89eth is roughly $356,000. Can you imagine that? You plan on launching a project and you wake up the next morning to 89eth stolen. $356,000 from your account and all of the members' accounts that were a part of your NFT. This was wild because I actually was watching this NFT and was ready to mint it and still actually plan to. And here's why. The individual that stole the 89eth, the $356,000, actually ended up giving it back in less than 24 hours. Crazy shit, I know. How someone could steal $356,000. There would be no way to track them at all. There would be no way to pretty much do anything to them. I mean, it's all on the blockchain, so there is a sense of anonymity. Don't know why that word is so hard, but there is a sense of remaining anonymous there, because obviously people can create other wallets. They can connect them to trust accounts. They can connect them to other EINs, TINs, things that we aren't going to talk about on this podcast. But if you guys are interested in how to keep your assets safe as they grow and not let Uncle Sam take all your money from taxes, feel free to check out the masterclass because we will go over all of those things. But with that being said, it was wild to see this all happening because I was actually tracking the project, which is Cryptodes, on Twitter and in Discord. So what happened with this project is two projects, one being the Creature NFT and another being Toads NFT, came together to create Cryptodes now, or Creature Toads. And with that, it was a combination of two projects that were thriving on their own. So it was very appealing. You know, they have around 12,000 Twitter followers. They had about 12,000 Discord members, and it was an incredibly active community. And these are the things that you look for. You know, what does their Twitter following look like? What does their engagement look like? What does the Discord engagement look like? Are people excited? Are people kind of like wishy-washy? And these are things you take into consideration because the details matter. And with this project, they were about 12 hours from going live and minting. And the thing with this one is if you were holding a Creature NFT or a Toads NFT, you actually could get in earlier at a lower price. So it was more appealing to people that were already holding those NFTs. So they actually brought those communities together, which allows this thing to basically be pumped, because anyone that was holding those other NFTs that they've probably already made money on were able to get in on this earlier than others and cheaper than others. This is one of the only NFTs that I've seen do that. So obviously, them getting $356,000 stolen brought a ton of publicity to them. Now, here's the catch. I'm curious on if this could have been an inside PR stunt to bring more awareness to the project and create this amazing dynamic of, wow, our community is so strong and amazing that someone stole this money and actually gave it back. I think that's an interesting angle to spin on it. Either way, even if this was a fluke and it did not happen intentionally, I really like the fact that someone stayed in integrity and decided to give the money back. With that being said, everyone or the developers of the project ended up pushing the project back by 24 hours. And with that, it actually is planning to be minted still today. If I decide to get in on it or not, I'm still deciding. I did notice that the entry point for someone, the entry point for an individual who is not holding a creature or a toad, which I am not holding either of those, is a little bit more expensive than I was actually projecting. So I really get to use my discernment right now on if this project is actually worth it to me. It's not something that I enjoy the art on specifically. I actually just got in on the D's Nuts project, which I still feel is going to spike within due time because of the people that are behind it. But with that being said, these are the things to watch when you are looking at projects. What does the liquidity look like? How excited is the community for it? This one has a huge community behind it. And with that being said, I think it's always interesting when these things happen because this is an unregulated market. It is completely unregulated, and that may change soon because the SEC is investigating so many different things. There's an investigation towards Coinbase, there's an investigation towards XRP, and this all has to come from, or this all comes from government regulation because this is something that's unregulated. You are only taxed on it when it hits taxable gains and actually hits your US bank account. And there actually are ways to avoid that. There are ways to avoid being taxed on your assets as they grow. But those are things that we share inside the masterclass. And if you guys are interested in that, and if you like what you heard in this episode, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, share it with someone if you found it valuable. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.